welcome to your Venus retrograde soulmate relationship reading. Hope you guys are all doing well, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am the Good, the Bad, and the Tarot. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. This is a new series that I'm offering, and is a very special series. If you guys are not familiar, I do relationship readings. It is something that I specialize in, and one of my most popular offerings in terms of my services. So what you're getting today is actually a free relationship reading from me, and it is for you and your soulmate, Aries. All right, and I do advise you to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. This is for Aries, sun, moon, and rising, and their soulmate. So we're going to look at what is going on between you and your soulmate for the time period of now and November the 15th, while Venus is retrograde in Scorpio. Ooh, Knight of Wands. So someone coming in hot and fast here, very passionate, very sexual. This is I'm seeing like just libido, like crazy, crazy love. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius. I sometimes could read this as a Sag or Leo energy, but mostly a Sag. So we're going to put it back in here, and if that card comes out, we will know that that is definitely an important message to deliver to you today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get these cards shuffled. Spirit, please show me the love relationship for Aries, sun, moon, and rising, and their soulmate for the time period between now and November the 15th. What do they need to know regarding their love relationship with their soulmate? Aries, sun, moon, rising. There's your card, Aries, the Fool. New beginnings, a new chapter. Taking that leap of faith. Being fearless. Perhaps striking out on your own. You know, what else is out there? Maybe this is a fresh start for you in your love life. You may be connecting with another Aries or another Virgo. Or a Virgo even. Not necessarily, I'm not really picking up Virgo, but you never know. Let's see what's going on for Aries and their soulmate between now and November 15th, while Venus is retrograde in Scorpio. Spirit, please show me the love relationship between Aries, suns, moons, risings, and their soulmate. I should say Aries on the cusp as well, because normally I do read for signs on the cusp. So I'm going to explain to you what the spread is, the card placements here, so you have a better idea of what I'm going to be discussing. We're going to look at your conscious level. What is going on in that mind of yours, Aries? And what is going in the mind of your soulmate? How do you perceive each other in this relationship? What are you thinking about each other? What do you see in this person? What do they see in you? What are your emotions towards your soulmate? How are you feeling about them? And also, how are they feeling about you? And we're going to look at your behavior. How are you behaving in this relationship? What are your actions that you're taking towards your soulmate? How is your soulmate behaving towards you during this time period? What actions are they taking towards you? What is their behavior? And then we have the energy from both of you combining to create the third entity, which is the relationship situation, the energy shared between you. All right, and then we're also going to look 4 months out in the extended forecast, which will be available to all my beautiful patrons on Patreon, www.patreon.com/thegoodthebadandthetarot, and you'll get to see what is the trajectory for you and your soulmate between now and February. So 4 months out, November, December, January, and February. At the bottom of the deck, we have the underlying theme or challenge of this reading today, which is the Three of Wands in reverse. I feel, Aries, that you are not waiting for this person anymore. It could be that the ship has sailed here. Okay, there may not be really, or you may not be looking for something long-term right now. To me, the Three of Wands as an underlying theme or challenge indicates short-sightedness, a lack of vision, or even plans falling through. This could even be with regards to an overseas situation. If, for example, you're interested in someone who lives abroad. But I definitely feel here that you're not waiting around for this person anymore, or you aren't going to be focused so much on your long-term plans. It can also suggest that you need to kind of cast a wide net. You know, are you looking at all? Where are you looking? How are you expanding and growing? Where's your vision? Where are your dreams? Where would you like to go? So even in just a more general sense here, it's definitely saying you may not be waiting around. You may not be planning too far ahead in the future or at all, but what is your vision for the future? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to expand, right? So we're going to look at your conscious level. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Emotions. Hanged Man, excuse me. Hanged Man in reverse. And then your behavior. Queen of Cups in reverse. Let me just take a sip here. I'm sorry so much, guys. Thank you for your patience. Your soulmate has the Nine of Swords in reverse. Definitely something going on with the throat chakra here. So I'm just wondering, are you speaking up? Are you speaking up about how you're feeling? Emotions, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Behavior, Temperance. You could definitely be dealing with a Sagittarius. I'm also seeing Earth and Air coming up. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn for them, and Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you could be dealing with air sign, earth sign, or fire sign here. Okay, and the relationship situation is the King of Cups. So I do feel like I'm getting Sagittarius. I just heard it again. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. With the King of Cups here for the relationship situation, and I don't normally talk about the relationship situation first, but I kind of have to because it's a core card and it's very strong, it's very prominent. This suggests to me, Aries, that you would speak to your soulmate diplomatically. You would have a pleasant conversation with them if the occasion arose, meaning that there's the opportunity here for true love and happiness. And I do feel like you would potentially be very diplomatic in speaking with them. I don't think that you would go overboard in any way. I see someone who's very open, loving, and compassionate and able to carry on a decent relationship. Now that is just the relationship situation. It is just suggesting to me that you could be very pleasant in conversation if you wanted to. You would speak to them very nicely. But it's also suggesting that your soulmate here may have come off as untrustworthy to you, or may be seen as untrustworthy to you. So we're going to go in and look at why that might be. So in terms of your thoughts, you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is your conscious level. Now, I'm just going to go off and say that the cards in this reading are much more complicated and complex than any of the readings I've done so far. And I find that very interesting. This is a very complex spread here. The spread is not complex, but the cards are, and what they're trying to say. So just bear with me. You have another quirk card in terms of your thoughts here. So who is the Queen of Pentacles? Well, she is someone, it doesn't have to be a man, but it can be someone that has more feminine or yin energy. So it's possible that you are dealing with a female, and I'm speaking to someone here who's dealing with a female or someone that has more yin energy. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is someone who's very greedy, materialistic, lazy. This is someone that can have health problems. This can be someone who's just focused on their business, focused on making money. They would, for example, prefer a fancy car as opposed to something more sentimental. And that's just the characteristics. So if that's not the case, you could be dealing with someone that has a lot of earth placements, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, in their rising or moon sign. They come across as a very heavy earth sign to me. I also see someone here who they do want to offer you something. I think that you're aware of that, but they are very, very, it's similar to the King of Pentacles holding a grudge, but a little bit more like they would want more for themselves. They want a lot for themselves and maybe aren't as willing to give to you. There's something about them that is extremely superficial to you. They may be very focused on their money, on nice things, on things that make them feel and look good, people that make them look good, or that, you know, pamper them, that take care of them. In terms of your emotions, you have the Hangman in reverse. So this is my Pisces, Exalted, and Leo card. So I see that you're doing a lot of thinking about this person. You have probably already released them from your life at some point, but something still keeps you ruminating about them. You cannot get them off your mind. I also feel here that there's a lot of, even though you've become enlightened about what you need to do to move forward emotionally, you may still be refusing to release yourself completely, meaning you've looked at this situation from every possible standpoint and you still feel like there's something that you just can't wrap your head around, which is why you are continuing to kind of, I'm seeing you're still holding on. There's still some part of you that is latched on there, not letting go, very stubborn. There's some procrastination here when it comes to moving on emotionally. There's some hypocrisy here emotionally. There's some I'm better than that, or I'm too good for them, or possibly sometimes I've become spiritually enlightened, but I refuse to treat them the way that I would want to be treated, if that makes any sense. Now, some of you aren't going to like hearing that, but that's what I'm seeing. It's kind of like I'm, you know, I refuse to bend to their will. I refuse to make a compromise. I refuse to lower myself to their level. Maybe that's a little bit more on par for what I'm seeing. But in terms of your behavior, there's a lot of cards here that suggest that you actually are, some of you have Pisces and Earth sign in your chart as well. I'm seeing a lot of Pisces cards here. I'm seeing also a lot of Earth energy here. So it's possible you have your, you know, Moon or Venus or Mars or something, you know, very prominent in your chart with a lot of Pisces energy. So we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse in terms of your behavior. So Aries, what I'm seeing here is that you're on an emotional roller coaster. It could be that for some women, you know, it happens around that time of the month, but this is your behavior in the relationship. So what I'm seeing here is that you're upset, okay? You're very upset. You have mood swings. You are very moody. You can be happy one day and completely lose it the next day. You are also very, 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 very much in your emotions, very much in your emotions when it comes to your soulmate here. And yet, I don't think that you're willing to kind of compromise with them or back down or meet them on their level because you think that they are being superficial with you, that they are focusing on the wrong things, that they aren't really seeing your value. Okay? Now, your soulmate has the Nine of Swords in reverse in terms of their thoughts. So, I think that they know that you're very stressed out, you're very worried, and I think that they're also, in terms of what is going on in their mind, there can be a lot of stress in their lives as well. In fact, I see ruminating. They're very worried about losing you. They're very stressed out about, this could also be like, for example, agoraphobia, different types of anxiety disorders. There's something not quite right going on in their mind, and they're very scared. They are very stressed, and I'm just looking. Just give me a moment here. they're coming out of this period of being in a very dark place. Some of you have a soulmate that suffers from depression, anxiety, sleepless nights, insomnia. But I do feel like they're slowly coming out of this place. I don't think that it's necessarily a good thing that they're so stressed out when they think about you. That can point to something deeper going on in this relationship that you have with them. But it's kind of like when they think about you, it's too much pain for them mentally. It really puts them in a very, they just lose it. They just lose it. In terms of their emotions for you, they don't feel supported by you. They feel like you two are not working towards the same things in life, or want the same things, or are building on the same foundation. There's a chance that there was a third party and they're not interested in, they're not interested, Aries, in being cooperative, if that's the case. They don't want to cooperate. They are actually intentionally not being cooperative with you because they're so stressed out about something going on in your relationship. Now, I do see in terms of their behavior, they have temperance. So you're dealing with someone here who's pretty chilled out. They, enjoy life to be kind of like a ship on a calm sea. They enjoy also, finding all kinds of different people. Like, they probably get along with a lot of different people, and this can be someone who is a world traveler, someone who enjoys lots of different cultures. They're adapting. They're very adaptable, and they enjoy adapting to new and different situations. I see them here as doing a lot of deep healing as well when it comes to their personal lives. Now, in terms of their behavior with you, the temperature is lukewarm in this relationship at best. They are trying to get the right chemistry with you. They're trying to find the middle way here. I don't see them doing anything to an extreme. They're being very patient, but they just aren't, like, I feel like you would speak to them diplomatically, or you would, for example, you want to speak from your heart. You would speak politely to them. But I don't necessarily see that that's happening right now. There is a lovely energy between you, I will say that. Now, there could be also a water sign in the middle of this relationship, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces male, or someone that has strong water placements as a third party here coming up. And this person could be in relationship with your soulmate currently. And that may be why they're not interested in trying to work something out here with you on an emotional level. So Aries, this is a very complicated relationship, and one that I think is not over. I don't think that right now you're waiting around for this person, or there's any prospects for a long-term future with them. But I still think that, if I were to look at your trajectory here, I could give you a better idea of where I think things are going, where things are headed, what things to look out for over the next 4 months. And I'm going to continue this reading over on Patreon. All right, my beautiful Aries over on Patreon, we're going to go ahead and take a look at your forecast. Now, we are in the month of October currently. We're towards the end of it. So what I want to do is start with the month of November. This would be the next month going forward. The energy between you and your soulmate is the Three of Cups in reverse. So I'm definitely getting the sense that there could be here gossips, or, other friends getting in the way here of your relationship. Now, it could be that you were friends, or you had mutual friends. I'm sensing here that there could definitely be a third-party situation here which has kind of turned sour, or has poisoned the relationship to some degree. I'm getting that there's, loneliness in terms of friendships, or you are not associating with this person on a friendship level. You don't think you're friends with them anymore. And so there could be difficulty with regards to even maintaining a civil friendship with them in the month. This is just for the month of November, but I'm definitely seeing here issues within the social dynamics of the relationship, possibly a third party situation here that has gone sour, or just thinking that this person is just not a good friend to you. They can't be a good friend to you, and so there's difficulty relating on that front. For the month of December, we have the Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, another three. So there's 3 threes here. Very strong possibility that this is because of a love triangle. I do see that in the month of December, you're going to be getting out of the memory of this person's, in general, just being in your life. You want to release the pain here. I don't feel like your heart will be broken. I feel like it will be their heart that's broken. However, I do see here that you need to release some pain. You probably want to forget about this heartbreak. So there's going to have to be kind of a purge going on for you in December. And I definitely feel like this could be as a result of a third party situation that you really don't want to be part of, they don't want to be part of, or just some heartbreak with regards to, a friend circle here, a mutual friendship. Okay, going into the month of January, we have the Hermit in reverse. So this indicates to me that you are definitely looking for answers. You are looking for a sign of hope here, but I feel like the more people talk about and try and help you, the more you search for answers outside of yourself, the more you bury your head in the sand here, the more lost and lonely you become. So it's really kind of guiding you to, you have the answers within you. Likely this is kind of you not wanting to be found by them at this time. You need to do some healing. You need to withdraw. I definitely feel both of you, they could be single at this point. You could be single at this point. Likely you're definitely not together by the month of December, but I do think that it's kind of like you're definitely searching for some answers here as to what happened, what went wrong, what you can do about it. But again, there's this feeling of wanting to kind of hide, wanting to kind of bury your head in the sand, maybe some antisocial behavior. So just definitely watch out for that if this reading is resonating so far. Now, for the month of February, you have Page of Swords. Okay, so there may be some stalking behavior going on. I definitely feel like if not that, there could be some very plain communication, nothing romantic, possibly just watching the other person, watching them on social media. They may be watching you, possibly light stalking, although I'm not necessarily seeing that because usually I see that with reversed. But I see some messages here. It's possible that you will hear something, hear some news, or even communicate some information. They may be communicating with you. This is air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So I feel like you are on guard. You are wary. You probably have your ear to the ground here. So you're going to be picking up things pretty fast. And you're not going to be afraid to speak if you have to. So the Page of Swords is an intellectual. He is a communicator. He is a messenger. So there is the possibility for some communication coming in the month of February. But again, it's probably going to be immature communication. And there is likely, the possibility here of hearing something, probably not the most crafted words, not the softest words, not the most romantic words, something more factual, something more interesting. There's definitely interest between you two. That's what I'm picking up. Aries, this is what I'm seeing with regards to the next 4 months. So the best I could say is that you might hear something. There might be some interesting news. I do feel like there's fascination between you two. When it comes to actually developing this soulmate relationship, what I see here more than anything is really releasing any pain from the past with regards to a love triangle, a heartbreak, issues within the social circle, difficult friendships, that kind of thing. You have actually 4 threes in your reading, and they're all reversed. So there's really this, I definitely feel like that you're dealing with a love triangle. I definitely feel like a lot of you are trying to get back to what is really important. Where do you really need to be headed? Where does your focus need to be? I kind of get the sense that if you can get back to a place where you would just be able to speak and look at this person and have no feelings whatsoever and just be able to talk to them, that would be a success for you. But in terms of having a romantic relationship, I definitely get the sense that that is now in the past and you're trying to move forward now and form a new reality, become a new person. And I don't think that you see a future with your soulmate, this particular soulmate. Now we have many soulmates. This particular soulmate, who could be a Sagittarius, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I don't think that you're necessarily going to be making plans with them in the future, but there is a possibility that you might hear something, speak to them, be able to communicate with them, or even look at them and not really feel very much, just kind of at a distance have that curiosity about them and them you. So Aries, that is what I'm seeing for you. A very difficult reading. Definitely some complicated cards here, so I really appreciate you hanging in there with me. If you'd like a private reading, I do have openings available. You can click below. Actually, check below in the description there. I have my website and scheduling page listed. Thank you guys so much for being awesome, and take good care of yourselves. Bye.